Hello, my friends. Now I have brought a new video for you that is for grade 9, part B for chapter gravitation. And in last part, we have done the universal law of gravitation and how to find the value of acceleration due to gravity, mean that free fall also we have covered in last video. If you haven't watched, kindly do watch there. And in this video, what we are going to cover, that is value of acceleration, how we are going to get the value 9.8 meter per second square. What are the differences between mass and weight, and some samples, some examples of numericals as well. So let's continue to calculate the value of g small g. As last video we have done, we have formulated the thing that how to find the value of small g, that is g equal to capital G m upon r square. Let's recall what is capital G, that is universal constant. What is m, mass of earth, because we are finding the acceleration due to gravity on earth, and r is radius of earth. So when you put all the values what we have, that is capital G 6.7 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. What is capital M, mass of earth, that is 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg, and cap R, that is 6.4 10 to the power 6 meter, that is radius of earth. When you put the value and when you solve it, you will get the value that is 9.8 meter per second square, which is the value of acceleration due to gravity. Now, as we have just done the formula, that is G equal to Gm upon R square, based on that, can you think, now I will just, you just take 1 minute to think, pause the video here and just think, does the small value, the value of small g depend on the radius of Earth? Yes or no? And if yes, how does it depend? Is it increasing, decreasing, or what change you find when you change the radius of Earth? So yes, you're right. That is yes. G depends on radius of Earth. As the formula says, what? That is small g equal to capital G m upon r square. Now G will not change. What is universal constant? What is m, mass of Earth, scalar quantity? Now why the r is changed? Why? Because if you just see your Earth, that is not a perfect square. Our equator side, the r is much more, and if you say the pole side, the r is little less. So because r is differing here at equator and the pole, that's why the value of g also changes. So g, small g, that is inversely proportional to r square. If you increase the radius of Earth, means if it, because at the equator the radius of Earth is more, that's why the value of g will decrease, because it is inversely proportional to the square of radius. And if you check at poles, because the radius at poles is small, the value is smaller, that's why the value of small g will be little more. So if you move from equator to pole, the radius of Earth decreases and the value of small g increases, because small g depends or is inversely proportional to the square of radius of Earth, right? So this way you can say yes, g depends on radius of Earth. What I have seen that some students, they get confused between the capital G and small g. Actually, capital and small g are completely different from each other. Capital G is universal constant whose value is fixed, but gravitational acceleration, that is small g, that is acceleration to gravity on any planet. If you talk about the Earth, that is how much, 9.8 meter per second square. But if you change the, you can say the planet, what will happen? That will be different. So let's see now. Gravitational constant, that is capital G, value is 6.67 by 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square, and the value of small g is 9.8 meter per second square. Capital G doesn't change, it remains same. So you can say it's scalar quantity, it is not changing place to place. It remains same everywhere. On the other hand, the gravitational acceleration, small g, is value changes, depends on the factors, and that's what is a vector quantity. The unit of gravitational constant is what? That is Newton meter square per kg square, but we have seen in first point as well. And that the small g, because it's an acceleration only, so unit is meter per second square. So don't be confused in both of these. Now, equations of motion we are doing from chapter, you can say motion which I have done it. We have done in 4th chapter also. The equation will remain in only small changes. You may just do it. That is equations of motion. What we have done, that is V equal to U plus AT. In place of A, acceleration, you can say you can replace it by small g. That is also acceleration. As second equation, S equal to ut plus half at square. So as I said, A can be replaced by small g and S, because distance we generally talk about the horizontal, but if we're talking about the gravitation chapter, that is means that we are doing it vertically. So you may replace S by H. Although if you are not changing this thing, it will not it will not change your answer. That answer will remain same. You may use the same equations as well, but if you change, that will be better. The third equation is V square equals to U square plus 2AS. So A has been replaced by G and S by H. And obviously, if you're throwing something in upward direction, means against the gravity, you're going in upward direction, then small g will be negative. If you're coming downwards, then you will take small g value as positive. It's very important. If you see here, the numerical here, let's see how you'll apply the equation. That is, an object is thrown vertically upward. So the G will be what? It will be negative. It will be negative. Rises to a height of 10 meter. What is 10 meter? The 10 meter, if you say, this is our, that is our H. That is our H or S, you can say. Calculate the velocity with which the object was thrown. Means what is the initial velocity with which you are thrown, because when we'll reach to the maximum height, V will be 0. Final velocity will be 0, and how much time has been taken place. So everything you have given here, you have to find U and you have to find time taken. So to find U, you may use the equation, that is third equation. You may use it, V square equal to U square plus 2AS. What is V? 0, because when it will reach to the maximum height, V will be 0. And U, that is, you have to find U with which we have thrown it. What is A? That is 9.8 will be negative because you are going upwards. And S distance has been covered, how much? That is 10 meter. When you put the value, and it's very easy, you will solve it and you will get simple value, that is 14 meter per second. The time taken, now T you have to find. Now you can use any equation as the first or second. The better to use first equation, equal to U plus AT, everything you have, and you put the value and we find the T. That will be 1.43 second. That is the value what we are getting here. Now the mass and the weight. Now here also student means that the student, or you can say even adult also, they used to get confused, or you can say they don't use the correct the units or the values here. So let's see what is the basic difference between mass and the weight. The mass of a body is quantity of matter contained in it. Means the body, whatever the matter contained in the body, that is its mass, and which is remains same everywhere. And this is what the scalar quantity, because it will remain everywhere. It doesn't depend on direction. It's the same. And the unit of mass, that is kg, kilogram. And if a body exists having some matter, it will, mass can never be 0. Now let's see about the weight. What is weight? Weight actually, it is, we use a word, how much your weight, we use the word that unit kg. That is a wrong statement. We should use the unit, that is Newton, because weight is a force. So force with which an object is attracted toward the earth, that is weight of an object. And it has both, because it is a force. So force is a vector quantity. So that's why weight is also a vector quantity. And it may change, because if you are changing the value of what is the formula for force or weight, that is mg. So mass, obviously matter will not be changed, mass will not be changed, but the value of g can be changed. So that's why the value of g is changing. That's why you can say what the weight also changes. The unit is Newton. Don't use the word, that is kg. And it can be 0 also if your value of g 0. So it depends on the value of small g. So that is a difference. They are not same at all, right? Now we have heard that. Now how will you say that these are not same? Because the weight, if you're measuring your weight, if your weight is coming on earth, that is 60 Newton, and if you're measuring it on moon, it will be how much? It will be 1/6 of the weight what we have measured on the earth. Means if you find the 1/6 of 60 Newton, that will be 10 Newton. If you're finding a weight on Earth, that is 60 Newton, and if you're finding a weight on Moon, that will be 10 Newton. So that you can conclude from here, the weight of object on Earth is it's 6 times the weight of object on the Moon. So let's see how the derivation is coming. It's quite easy. It's looking like a lengthy, but it's quite easy. So that we'll see here. The mass of object is same on Earth and as well. The mass remains same because it is a matter quantity and it's a scalar quantity. The weight is W equal to G mm upon r square, means the formula what we have used for universal that law of gravitation, that is W F equal to G m1 m2 upon r square. The same formula we are using, so just we replace the F by W, that's it, because we are finding weight and there's a force only. So when you're finding the weight of an object on Earth, what is on Earth? That is WE, that is weight on Earth. G, capital G will remain same, that is gravitational constant. ME, because we are talking about Earth right now, so ME is mass of Earth, R is radius of Earth, and small m is the object for which we are finding the weight. Similarly, you will find the expression for the weight of an object on the Moon. So WM is the weight on Moon. G is constant, so know that you will not use M or E, so that will be G only. Small m is the same object for which we can find the weight on Earth or the Moon. MM, yeah, because that's the mass of Moon. Now you're finding on the Moon, and RM, that is the radius of Moon. So there are two expressions which we are getting because we are comparing. So when you do the comparison, what we have to do, we have to divide the two terms. So when you divide the two terms, what will happen? The common term, what are the common terms between the two expressions? Capital G and M, they will be cancelling out. They will, because they are same when you're dividing the two expressions. So when you're dividing the two expressions, what are the last means? If you rearrange it, what the expression you will get it that WE upon WM is equal to ME upon MM and RM upon RE the whole square. This expression you will get it. And as a whole, if you say that approximately that mass of Earth is 100 times the mass, not exactly, but approximately. So we may just place it to make our calculation easy. So that is the mass of Earth is 100 times the mass of Moon, that is M equal to 100 mm, and the radius of Earth is 4 times the radius of Moon, that is R equal to 4 RM. So WE upon WM is equal to 100 mm upon that mm. You have to just replace ME and RE, and you have to put in the same last expression what we have done from last slide. When you put it, what will happen? RM will be cancelled, so these are the same terms, and MM will be cancelling out. When you solve the expression, you will get approximately 6. So what we have concluded, the weight of object on the Moon is 1/6 of the weight of object on the Earth. So that is one how you can find out. And this result you can use in finding the numericals and the application based questions as well. So that was all about the mass and weight, and you can see the value of small g. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. And just don't forget to share and comment what more videos you want to see, to watch, to make the topics easy for you. But don't forget to like it, comment, and share it. Just share with friends also. And thank you for watching. Need your support. Keep supporting. Bye. Take care. We'll see you soon.